Hey there, welcome back to No Pants Profits. My name is Richard. I'm coming to you today from my technical lair, my technical studio, to take a deeper dive into the new sales pitch now that Miracle Cash and More is listed on Ingenico's website as a partner. They're just in their app store, let's be honest. In 2025, they're pushing harder than ever. I am going to show you the current pitch. This pitch was actually done on April 22nd, 2025. Now, this is covered under the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. I am showing you a crime happening. I am doing commentary on that crime. They are trying to take investors, non-qualified investors from the United States, non-accredited investors from the United States, and get them to invest in their shitcoin. They're going to say utility token, they'll say all that. There's no utility. They have no blockchain. They say Binance is a utility token. They're like that. They have no blockchain. They're on the Avalanche blockchain. Just be aware of that. They run Ethereum, they're on AVAX, they're on a bunch of blockchains, and all their coins are worth absolutely nothing. But they're making up that they've got nodes running their blockchains and this and that, and none of it's real. But I want you to see the pitch. I'm going to commentary on the pitch, and yes, of course, we've got a blood orange from Barrel of Monks Brewing, and he brought a friend because it's a long one. Micah, yes, I'm an alcoholic. Actually not. I only drink out the house, but right now this video is broadcasting outside the house. So let's go ahead and let's hear Ed Terranova and Micah Third's latest pitch. I'm going to play it in full, but I am going to stop it at times. It is 50 minutes long, but I do have to commentary on it to be covered under the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. So let's get started. Oop. Here we go.
So want to welcome everybody. Yana, I see that you entered the room, and I just made you co-host. If you could help me, just allow people in. We have a lot of
all this income stuff means
coming in rapidly.
Disclaimer.
Yep,
that means
sure
nothing.
will.
Awesome, thank you, Yana.
You're
All
welcome.
right, so guys, we're going to get this presentation started. If you're a guest here tonight, this really is for you. I apologize.
Just to show you how dumb this guy is, this is the same Frank Smith that asked him questions earlier in the day that he wanted to ban. Frank's just heading out here right now.
I apologize in advance. I intended to have the presentation nailed, and I probably got about 70%
Shit, he only got 70% of it nailed.
of the way through it. So it's going to be a combo presentation between myself and Micah there. So let's first take care of a little bit of housekeeping. We're going to play the income disclaimer.
They never used to have this till I started pointing out that they're a Ponzi scheme.
That I just was able to get as a recording, so I don't have to read it, and it can be professionally done. And also it includes a copyright disclaimer.
Yeah,
so
doesn't mean
let's let it
anything.
roll.
The information provided does not constitute financial advice, investment recommendations, or an endorsement of any investment strategy. Investment involves risk, and past performance is not indicative of future results.
There's no past
Always conduct thorough research and seek the advice of a qualified financial professional before making any investment decisions. Any reliance on the information provided is at your own risk. We do not guarantee the accuracy or completeness of the information and disclaim any liability for any direct or consequential loss arising from any use of this content. Remember that all investments carry risk, and you should be aware of your risk tolerance and financial situation before making investment decisions. This presentation includes general information only and does not constitute financial advice. Please consult a qualified financial professional before making any investment decisions. The following content is protected under...
This means nothing. This means nothing. Bellator is not a U.S. company, and if Bellator were to legally go after me, they'd be open to discovery, and there'd be a lot of fun going on there. So, YouTube, I'm going to fight this. I'm going to keep this up. I'm not going to take it lying down. Sometimes I've taken it lying down before. This is DMCA. It's covered by the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. I'm showing you a crime happening in real time as of literally, this crime is happening April 22nd, 2025. It happened 2-3 hours ago. I'm just getting around to making this video now.
Under copyright law. Please respect these terms to ensure compliance. The information provided...
Okay.
Right. Let's hear his pitch.
So, guys, we're going to jump right in right now, and I have moved some slides around, and as I tweak this presentation, I really make it to my own style. So, as you saw, if you are here for the first time, you saw
lazy fucks probably scamming for 7 other MLMs.
Bellator. Bellator is the marketing arm for A Miracle Cash and More. And a lot of us that are engaged with Bellator, we're also involved with.
So Bellator is the new name. You've heard of Miracle Cash and More, Cashflow NFT, Boogie Golfer Club, all these. Bellator is the new name because everyone has been destroyed on the internet by myself, by Oz at Behind MLM. So they had to make a new name. You got to make a new name. Remember, all Micah and Ed and Ray Vidrio ever did was marketing for Hakan's Ponzi scheme, for Hakan's pyramid scheme. They're just a marketing arm. You're going to hear Micah admit that later on. They're just a marketing arm. And Ed actually talks about some very interesting things during this video, so I want this to be kind of preserved. But you'll see Ed in the corner, and you'll see me in the bottom right. Let's go.
An affiliate program called Cashflow that for the first 2.5 years really did a tremendous amount of marketing for
Cashflow NFT, Micah's scam.
Miracle. But at this point in time, Bellator has pretty much taken over. We're having phenomenal success with an incredible.
They've just renamed their marketing arm.
Compensation plan that you're going to see. The difference between the two, basically.
There's one true thing on this screen right now. Everyone involved in this scam is a POS. Not a point of sale, but a piece of shit. Okay? There's one piece of truth on any of these slides. Miracle Pay, Miracle Cash and More, Miracle with installments, Phonic, Hera, all these other things. POS, piece of shit.
Was that Cashflow NFT affiliate program and Bellator
Ponzi scheme, MLM, pyramid scheme.
Is a direct sales network marketing company.
Bellator is a network marketing company. I'm sure they love Ingenico to know that Miracle Cash and More is a network marketing company
that has a hybrid compensation plan that's very exciting. It's starting to pick up speed and pick up pace.
Crap, we're 3 minutes in and I'm already half a beer down.
And a lot of people are starting to make a lot of money. It's something I think for those
Nobody's
who are
making any money
really
other than referring people.
looking for additional streams of income, we have it. We have it all here. So let's tell you the story about Miracle Cash and More and my involvement. Micah Thaird, who is the CEO and founder of Bellator, also principal partner in Miracle Cash and More, and Ray.
So wait, he's his principal partner in the actual scam, and then he's the CEO of the marketing scam. Oh, good God, you can't keep these people in track, can't keep them in line.
Ray Vidrio, who is the VP of sales for Bellator, are both friends of mine.
What about Melanie Anderson?
Had worked together on a project back in 2005, 2006, 7.
They worked together in a project in 2005, 2006. Does anybody want to guess what happened to that project? You'll hear it from Ed Terranova's mouth in about 15 seconds time.
8, 9, I think it was up until about that time. And I ended up going a different way. That company ended up going out of business, but
that company ended up going out of business straight from the horse's fucking mouth. Just exactly what's happened to every one of these companies. It's a scam, a Ponzi scheme. When the Ponzi dries up is when no more money's coming in. The more they're doing these presentations every day, 2 times a day, 3 times a day, says there ain't no money coming in. That's all I'm saying.
We have these relationships and friendships. So Ray and I connected in 2022, and he asked me for 5 minutes. And I said, sure. He said, could I get 5 minutes of your time just to tell you what Micah and I have been up to? And I said, definitely, Ray. And he went on to tell me about Miracle.
About moving to a non-extradition country. I'll let you hear it. But they moved to Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus because they don't extradite for financial crimes American citizens. That and Dubai. But go on.
Cash and More, and how they partnered with this company and how it came to being. Literally in 5 minutes, the light bulb went off. Because what I'm about to share with you right now, if that happens for you, it's because you also recognize not only a need in the marketplace for what we have, but also the possibility of getting involved with a tech giant while it's in its pretty much in its infancy stages. So what he did say was, he said, Ed, we partnered with this company, Miracle Cash and More, and they are bringing crypto to the streets. They're building brick and mortar stores like Apple Store.
I'm just saying, they built stores all over Europe, supposedly, and they're still doing one.
That caught my attention. And he said they have technology that allows regular retail establishments to be able to accept cryptocurrency as a form of payment.
Retail establishments can also just make a crypto wallet.
And that's when the light bulb really went off. And I said, Ray, if what you're telling me is correct and true, I'll jump on a plane tomorrow and come to Cyprus. Company's located in northern
Took 6 days.
Cyprus. 6 days later, I was in northern Cyprus. Haven't looked back since. So if you look on the screen in the upper left-hand corner, that kind of shows parts of our ecosystem. Miracle
This is the image they've been using
Holdings is located in Portugal. That's for
Holding company in
purposes
Portugal.
of conducting business, and has over 22 companies, miracle companies underneath it. So everything we talk about are all part of the Miracle Network, the Miracle World.
Children's Miracle Network. Is that part of the Miracle Network?
And there is a token called the Phoenix token we're going to take a look at that is a
which is not on its own blockchain, so it can't be a utility token. Very important. For something to be a utility token, it has to run its own blockchain. BNB, Binance, runs on its own blockchain. AVAX runs its own blockchain. There's a bunch of company, Ethereum. Fucking gas fees are insane. Runs its own blockchain. ETC Cash, Dogecoin, Ravencoin, a whole bunch of different things like that. They run their own blockchain. Their coin's built on blockchains. They could have a utility token if they're using their own blockchain, but they're not.
Super utility token that is used throughout the entire infrastructure.
Not a utility token.
But when I first went out there, what I saw was stores, like you see in the upper right-hand corner. You see our store in Amsterdam. And
you don't want to talk about the third world country stores in the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus, Ed?
Because of regulations, the plan is and was to start in the European market. But as things are rapidly advancing here in the United States, and that's why I like to play those videos in the beginning, it kind of brings people up to speed, or try to bring people up to speed on what is really happening in the world of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency.
You are not Bitcoin. You're a shitcoin worth less than a penny.
It is picking up pace. And so everything that we had hoped for is happening, and it's happening real quick. So if you look to the right, it shows retail stores, a point of sale terminal. We all know the point of sale terminal. Whenever we
piece of shit terminal,
buy anything anywhere that we use a credit card or debit card, that's when you swipe it, you tap it, you chip it, and you make your purchase. Visa card, American Express, MasterCard. And if you look also, it says ATMs, and then it says exchanges. So Miracle has its own cryptocurrency exchange. And based on the blueprint and the plan.
If they had their own cryptocurrency exchange, you'd be able to buy their shitcoin for Bitcoin directly. They don't. They've white labeled someone else's cryptocurrency exchange and are listing it as their own. They're putting their name on someone else's currency exchange. If they had their own, they would be able to sell you Phonic token. You'd be able to go to their exchange, put in Bitcoin, take out Phonic token. Now, you have to send them Bitcoin, send them dollars, charge to your credit card, something like that. It's kind of weird. Kathy Keen's kind of fallen off the side of the earth, too. Their master distributor of excellence has kind of fallen off the earth. I wonder what happened there. Just saying. I know what happened there, but I can't talk about it yet.
I've been all out, all in for with Miracle since then. So excited about it, and even more so today as we kind of talk about where we're at.
I remember this started before it was cash flow or anything like that. It was Boogie Gopher Club. That's important to remember in a few minutes' time.
In that stage now, with all the verticals, which we call delivery channels, and that of course is those.
With all the shit we've done to distract you.
There's little things coming off the center. The center in that picture on the left is actually the banking core. It is the switch. It's where everything's funneled into and is processed from. And in that arena, what we have is everything and anything crypto. A fintech company, a total, fully integrated fintech company. That we're not going to go into all the details on this. We're not going to talk about our Miracle Install product, which is a financial product, a lending product. We're not going to talk about the companies that are supporting this, the Fireblocks and Lloyd's of London and all those behind the scenes stuff. But suffice it to say, this has been worked on for 8 years now.
8 years.
It started in
Some of them Hakan was in prison for, but 8 years.
2017. So Bellator is a brand new marketing arm that just
it's a brand new MLM product to sell more people to buy these fucking nodes that do nothing.
Started this past December. And it was kind of a little ironic that the very day that Bellator was launched, Bitcoin hit 100,000 for the first time. Really, very much, in my opinion, a really good omen. So, we're in a fantastic place at a fantastic time. I thank the Lord each and every day for this opportunity.
Lord don't give a shit. He thanks the Lord he can keep scamming.
Now, is it perfect? No. Is there times of frustration? Yes. Like everything else in life, there are ups and downs. There are trials and tribulations in everything, in relationships, in business, and in occupations, in everything. But we're at a point in time right now where everything we've been working on for the last 2.5 years, 3 years, looks like it's ready to pop. And here's why.
No, it's not.
The one delivery channel that jumped out at me is called Miracle Pay. That is where we own the technology to enable retail establishments and businesses, online businesses, to be able to accept cryptocurrency as a form of payment. We own the technology. And in the last several months,
might license some technology, but if you look, it's actually a third-party bank that's running everything.
It's Miracle Pay. And that's the technology we're talking about, and that's the opportunity we're going to talk about. Miracle
fucking opportunity. Whenever you hear that word, it's a scam.
Pay has entered into contracts with 4 of the largest merchants companies in the world, one of which is Ingenico, and we'll touch on that.
Ingenico, the title of this video.
But collectively, together, they have over 100 million merchant accounts. They have vetted us and approved us.
Not enough. Their legal team's very interested in what I have to say.
And partnered with us to provide a crypto gateway to all of their merchants. We're in a great place at a great time. So let's just move on to the next slide. There we go. In our expansion.
So a question for you, Ed. If Ingenico were to pull the app, where are you at? I may have let him put it up just so they can pull it. I've been watching you. Always watching you. I feel like the woman from Monsters, Inc.
Again, has started in Europe. There's a cryptocurrency regulations that got passed last year.
But there's only a store open in the Netherlands. I see the UK flag. I see the Spain flag. I see the French flag. German flag. I don't know that other flag. Maybe it's the Netherlands flag. Italian flag. And fucking Turkish flag. But you only have one store in the Netherlands.
Year just went into effect right now this month. And it's called MICA, M-I-C-A. That's Markets in Crypto Assets. And because of the uniformity amongst all these European countries that are part of the European Union, we are starting there. I expect we'll be doing business in
forward-looking business advice. Said you wouldn't give that in the disclaimer. Let's see, Ed. What are you going to say?
Stores in the United States within the next year or two, probably within a year or so. So it's really exciting. It's here. We're rolling it out, and we could earn on it. Now, those of us who are engaged already, we are earning money every day. If you're looking at this for the first time, we have
penny a day, baby.
Something called CPU nodes. The CPU is a central processing unit, and
you don't have your own blockchain. You don't have your own nodes. It's all bullshit. Based on bullshit that Oscar Garcia made. Oscar, I salute your bullshit you made up at their Miami conference. It's funny as shit, actually. Some would say it's been batched.
We have these nodes that actually facilitate all the transactions that go through the entire ecosystem of Miracle. And based on that, we get paid on a daily basis. So if you want to create a residual pay system in the crypto world where you buy it one time and you get paid on it over and over and over again, you're in the right place. And that token that we talked about earlier is called the Phoenix token. And you see the little picture in the middle, Phoenix, and surrounding that Phoenix is
Mediterra, the scam company that had nothing with, that had 2 broken down cars in the Dominican Republic. We got the nodes, which are a scam. Leveler, which has never done anything. Miracle Cash and War. That's the front-running scam they don't want next to Ingenico anymore. Some failed sports projects in the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus. Bellator, their marketing arm. Miracle Media, the way that they took the $60 million and invested it in sports teams and studios and everything that the Contour hand likes.
some of the companies that are miracle companies. Of course, Miracle Cash and More, which is the exchange. Leveler, which is a trading platform. Miracle Estates, which is a blockchain land development company. Miracle Sport TV. We have our own television production studio that's in both the world of sports, more specifically what they refer to as football, that we call soccer here in the United States. Hakan Torahand, who's the brainchild behind this, he's an avid sports
I swear, Ingenico should just Google Hakan Torahand.
fanatic with soccer. It actually owns 2 miracle teams in 2 different leagues, and it's a lot of fun. I got to go to a couple of their games when I was there. Then there's, of course, Miracle Media, Bellator, which is what we're going to be talking about provided here today. And then Phoenix Hera is just off the charts, an incredible project that's being developed. That is a crypto casino project, both physical casino, hotel casino, condominiums, and also online purchases. So between those programs, we have our hands full. So let's get right into it. When you think about making a payment utilizing a crypto, probably nobody on this call has done that yet.
I've done it many times, Eddie. My local brewery accepts crypto.
We might have a couple. I could be wrong, but if you...
Shit. We're 13 minutes in. I'm opening beer number 2. I do this all live to tape, so I don't really have time to run beer number 3. So I gotta nurse this beer.
You have made purchases with debit and credit cards, and in the near future, utilizing this technology,
there's no technology.
It will be made available. Again, we have access to over 100 million merchants, where the software has already been integrated into the Ingenico system with over 40 million of those merchant accounts. And all it takes is for them to say, yes, we want to accept crypto, a flip of a switch, and now the label goes on the front door that says Miracle Pay, crypto accepted here.
You can't even supply discounted cash flow documents. Where's the label coming from?
And what's going to occur, just like every other technology that we've ever seen rolled out, whether it's the computer or the, we call them cell phones, but they're really computers in your hand.
Ray Vidrio, not Ray Vidrio. God, I can't tell these 2 scumbags apart. One has hair and one doesn't. And the other like sex parties, but that's Micah third. Ed Terranova is about to talk about his history with cell phones. And how the Asians had it first. Thank you for your racist story, Ed. Here we go.
And, when we first had, I'm going to give you a little history of myself with phones, because it's a good analogy as to how fast technology advances. Back in the day, right? I remember it was 1991. I actually had one of those cell phones that was the size of a brick. It was like an assault weapon. And I went to Hong Kong, and all of a sudden I saw phones ringing at every table in every restaurant. And people had their own little portable phone. I had never seen it before. It wasn't here in the United States yet. And they would flip it open and start talking. And I'm like, wow, I got to get one of them. Sure enough, months and months later, came to the United States. I got a flip phone. And then all of a sudden, we started hearing about Apple coming out with this phone that had these apps, an app for this and an app for that. And it was a smartphone. It was more than a telephone. It was more than something that you could just, text numbers on. It actually was a computer in your hand. It was a jukebox. It was a camera. It was a video camera. It's everything. How quickly did that hit the market and where is it today? All over the world, there's more mobile phones in the world than there are people. So when a breakthrough technology like that comes, it tends to in the beginning start out very slow, but eventually gets mass adoption. Well, we're ready to see mass adoption in the acceptance of crypto as a form of payment for a lot of reasons. So just take a look at this little few second long video that kind of gives you an idea of where we're headed.
That's a debit card. Go on. That's not even crypto.
Cryptocurrency exchange.
Oh, sorry.
And
I didn't mean to go back that far. That's a debit card that's being used right there. Yeah, it's got branding on it.
Phones in the world than there are people.
It's not crypto.
So when a breakthrough technology like that comes, it tends to in the beginning start out very slow, but eventually gets mass adoption.
Let's take a look at that video.
We're ready to see mass adoption in the acceptance of crypto as a form of payment for a lot of reasons. So just take a look at this little few second long video that kind of gives you an idea of where we're headed.
You're being lied to. There's a MasterCard logo right there. Ray is fucking lying. Not Ray. Ed is fucking lying to you. That is an Apple Pay transaction happening on a MasterCard. And they're lying and telling you this is crypto. Come on, guys. MasterCard again. See the MasterCard logo? Fucking scumbags. They made a video for Apple Pay and put the word Miracle Pay at that.
So I ask you, how would you like to be a part of the company that brings this to market?
Oh my God, the Boogie Gophers are back.
How would you like to actually participate in a marketing system where you could buy a node? And by the way, you could buy as many nodes as you want. You could buy a node that you purchase at one time and you get paid on it every day for the rest of your life. And
if there's no new money coming in, that 1 cent you get paid every day goes to 0.000000001. Yeah, we'll continue paying until the website goes offline, or you get so many goddamn zeros in what it's paying that it goes to nothing. Remember, they are advertising a Ponzi scheme. Just listen. Can't survive without new investors. That's why these fucking things are happening every night.
It's inheritable. It's transferable. It is sellable. And as the network grows, the value of the nodes grow. You could turn around and sell them for a huge profit down the road. You could
remember the disclaimer said this is not financial advice. That's all I'm saying.
Actually, just keep it going and acquire more. And that's what I believe will happen. That is what has happened for me. I knew nothing about codes.
You still know nothing about code.
Code nodes.
You still know nothing about it because you have no blockchain, so you don't have nodes.
When this first started, now I know quite a bit, and I love it.
Again, if anybody wants to refute what I'm saying, comments below. My email address, nopantsprofits@gmail.com. I'll take any of these fuckers on a video. I think I did it with Micah before. I actually do know code. I actually do know crypto. I know what's going on. Tell me you have a switch. Show me you have a blockchain.
It's really an ideal way to generate an additional stream of income with a technology that is rapidly expanding. So as I mentioned earlier, I'm probably going to jump around a little bit, but you're probably wondering how much these nodes are. I know that from past experience, whenever somebody's looking at something for the first time, the first thought in their mind is, how much is it? I know they're going to try to sell me something. How much is it?
At least you know this, scumbag. Thank you. Thank you, Ed, for telling the truth. And look, the Gophers are back. You can buy half a gopher for $600. That's called a half chub. You can buy a full chub for $1,200. Or you can buy 3 chubs for $3,600. These fuckers aren't even giving you a discount for buying multiples. I don't know how bad these morons are at scamming. Good God, guys. 600, 1,000, 2,500. There's no benefit to buying more.
I don't like to hide that stuff. I like to show people right up front. We have different packages. We have a half a node,
not right up front,
which is $600, and that could get people in the door. But I want to tell you, it comes with some challenges because when you look at our marketing plan, we're going to see it. It does not fully qualify you to totally participate. So the $1,200 node is really the hot seller. It's the flagship product.
And wait until you see the network marketing opportunity of how much you make for selling one of these nodes. Don't worry, we'll get there.
It's what most people get started with. A $1,200 node that, again, you buy it one time and you get paid on it every single day for the rest of your life. So as it
with decreasing returns as new investors come in.
As current right now, based on the price of the Phoenix token, we get paid in Phoenix token. We can get paid in USDT, but a lot of us are just stacking Phoenix token for the simple reason that there's a possibility that it
a possibility. You're not allowed to give financial advice at
has a huge multiple. It could 10x and then 10x again and then 10x again.
Who the fuck you think you are, Grant Cardone, with all those 10x's, baby?
It really has that capacity. So when you see in tokens and when you see in Bitcoin, when something first gets started, it's in the pennies. It's below a penny.
I mean, I think you started at like 35 cents and then it fell.
Fraction of a penny. And that's where we're at right now. So you're going to be able to get in right in the beginning stages, and then it could jump up in a short period of time. It could go from a tenth of a penny to a penny, in a matter of days, weeks, months. And then all of a sudden it could go to 10
and even
cents.
The
and then
years, hold on.
Then 10.
The days, the weeks, the months, or even the years. They'll be there for you when the nodes start to fall. They'll be. Come on, Ray. Or not Ray. God, I can't tell the difference. Ray has hair. Ed doesn't have hair, and Micah likes sex parties. Okay.
Cool. It did $10, and it is just amazing. The largest cryptocurrency exchange out there is called Binance. They have their own utility token. It's called the BNB token. When I looked early today, it was at $609.
You're not a utility token. Binance has the Binance blockchain. You have no blockchain.
A token. But guess what? At one point in time, it was only 9-10 cents. And we don't know for sure where we're going to end up. There are no guarantees.
I do 0.0000000000001
here. But I will tell you this from my experience and what I've seen happening in the world of crypto, there's a possibility. We have an upside potential where our earning capacity, our ability to service an industry is far beyond anything that's out there. Nothing even.
Disagree. Coinbase, other big companies like that, Robinhood. I think they have a little more power than you do lying with a fucking MasterCard buying some coffee.
Comes close.
With Apple Pay.
To all those different verticals we talked about earlier, we touched on. Nothing is out there like that. That utility token that is at over $600 with Binance, it's just a utility token to pay
on its own blockchain. You don't have a blockchain.
For the gas fees. And for those of you who are not,
gas fees are paid when you have your own blockchain.
Familiar with gas fees? Gas fees are utility fees. It's what you pay to get in and out of crypto. When you buy and sell crypto, you have to pay
on their blockchain. Go on, Ray. Do you have a blockchain?
You have to pay the fees, and that's where we make our money. Every time a fee is paid, cha-ching, we get paid. You buy a node and you share in the transactional volume of every single node. I'm
going to send Ed Terranova these videos. Ed Terranova at Verizon.net. Ed Terranova doesn't have a fucking Gmail address.
Single card. We're coming out with these debit cards, credit cards that people could actually use. There's benefits to it. And every time it gets swiped, cha-ching, we get paid. You're going to see how that operates in just a minute or two here. But these are the packages that people are coming in with. The reason why I pull these up now is that we have a promotion that comes to an end tomorrow, midnight.
I guarantee you it won't come to an end tomorrow at midnight. They got to keep stretching these promotions. It's buy one, get 3 free.
And it's an incredible promotion. Whatever you buy, you get 3 times as much of. If you buy 1 node, you get 3 nodes. If you spend the money to buy 3 nodes, you get 9 nodes. If you spend the money to get 7 nodes, you get 21 nodes. If you spend the money to get 10 nodes, you get 30 nodes. You're getting 3 for 1. Every purchase
that's sustainable
that you make, you're getting 3 times as much. I know definitively we will all look back at this point in time and say, oh,
Oh, Ed, this could be great. You know definitively, we'll all look back at this point in time. That is a personal legal statement that you are now putting legally on yourself, Ed. Go ahead.
Oh my goodness, I should have bought more. I can't believe what we got it at back then. So that's available to everybody. Wanted to bring that up, wanted you to see the pricing before we jump into the next component. I'm going to leave this for Micah. Micah Thayer, the CEO and founder.
He's going to explain how the network marketing side works.
Such an incredible individual. He actually, his story and the way in which this thing all came to us is that Micah was in crypto back in 2012. I engaged in 2017, but in 2012, you know, he was just fascinated by this industry. And he ended up hitting it big. And this is what Ray told me. He said Micah became a crypto millionaire and he went to Cyprus. He's from Sweden and from LA. Mom in Sweden, dad in LA. So he's, you know,
an American expat who's trying to scam people.
Well versed in travel, and he also knows that had a friend, and she's part of the company now. She's amazing woman, but she was representing real estate.
I think.
And he also knows that had a friend, and she's part of the company now. She's amazing woman, but she was representing real estate in Northern.
Ah, we're talking about the lady who talks like this. Hello, I'm going to talk to you about Hera. She's like a female version of the guy who has the lamp. Yes. Yes, Aladdin. Arabian Nights. In the North Cyprus days. I'm going to sell you some property in my sketchy ways. His special friend.
Cyprus. Northern Cyprus has been featured by Forbes magazine for the last 4 years in a row as the #1 valued beachfront property in the world. So we have something real special going on in that area. And Micah went there to buy a condo on her recommendation. Now I've been at Micah's condo, and I'll just share with you the values are incredible.
Yeah, because it's a third world fucking country. I could buy it in India too for cheap value.
He's got a condo that's a multi-story condominium, 3-bedroom.
If you remember, Micah has problems using the internet a lot of the time in this shitty third world country.
Condominium has a rooftop deck with a bar on it, overlooking the Mediterranean, overlooking the sunset. Incredible subdivision that has a huge pool, you know, restaurant, marina, all that kind of stuff. The kind of thing that here in the United States, my thing is I'm from New Jersey and I go down to Naples, Florida all the time. So,
I'm from Jersey and I go down to Naples all the time. My name is Ed Terranova. I really need some male hair loss treatment so I look more like Ray Vitriol.
So based on those two areas that I live in, his condo would probably be at least $3 to $5 million here. And he picked
$3 to $5 million.
Picked it up for less than $300,000. I mean, it's just incredible the values there. So I know a lot of people want to go there, want to see it. Trust me, when you go there, you're going to see why and how so many people, especially Europeans, use Cyprus as a second home, vacation place, and that's now Micah's full-time residence. So why did I go down that road? I went down that road because I want you to really see the picture. And yes, I was edifying Micah. That's why I went down that road.
And his
so
sex parties.
I'm going to turn over the rest of the presentation.
So now we're going to hear from the turd himself, the creator of the Boogie Gopher Club. Cashflow, NFT, and now Bellator, the AI bullshit, because all the other shit's already been named. Welcome, Micah Turd.
To Micah Thayer, the CEO and founder of Bellator. And he's going to do a much better job than I can ever do in sharing with everybody what we have here. So we're still in share. Let me just pull this up. Do I have it? Yep, there it is. Okay. So we just did the income disclaimer, and Mike is going to take it from here.
The following content is protected under copyright.
And I'll make sure that I include ththese links in the description below so you can go watch these yourself.
For international clients because it was easier. So when I heard that,
Mike is a slick scumbag, but he can't speak proper English. So every time he speaks in proper English, I'm going to call him out. Why? Because I'm running out of beer and I got to pee.
my thought
I want to cut him off. There we go. Right there.
the blockchain, the industry of blockchain.
Okay, so now we got all three scumbags on the screen. We got the scumbag that loves orgies. That's Micah. We got Ray, who's got hair, and we got Ed, who doesn't have hair.
Blockchain, the industry of digital money. When I started in 2015, it was from me hearing about someone who was sharing that they preferred to take payment in Bitcoin when they did their consulting for
I'm a stickler for accuracy, so I take that back. It was 2015 he got started,
thank
not
you, Edward.
2012.
international clients because it was easier.
That'll really help in the federal case coming up.
So when I heard that, my thought was, here's someone who prefers something other than money to take payment, and I need to know what that is. I started to do research, and the more I read, the more videos I watched, the more interested and more intrigued I became, and then I became passionate about this industry. And I started to, buy some Bitcoin. I bought some Ethereum. And that was when, Ethereum was $7, Bitcoin was $450, and today Bitcoin is over $100,000. And then
I'm sure Mike has paid all his tax on that.
some people could say, well, that train has left the station. But when you think about it, it's only the beginning because the future is a future where we don't even have banks. The future is when all transactions happen on the blockchain. And so when you think about it, you look around, that hasn't happened yet. And that presents an
That button is
amazing
holding on to
opportunity
your life.
for those
Gotta get
who
back to
take
those
that
orgies,
step
Mike.
and get involved today. As a company for
Okay, so this is a forward-looking statement. It's actually illegal to be made, but let's watch.
Bellator, we have a goal and we have a projected target of reaching
They think they're going to sell 200 million in these scummy CPU sales. They've only taken in 60 million so far.
100,000
They only want to pay thousands paid to members globally. Shouldn't it be millions? You've taken in $200 million. Fucking thousands, why not?
members in the next 12 months. We believe that'll produce over $100 million in revenue, and out of that, there'll be $30 or $40 million paid out in commissions to our
I mean, that says thousands, not millions. Sorry.
partners. So it is a marriage, and it's a beautiful marriage between two companies. Bellator is a ground floor opportunity for us.
You know the ground floor.
Miracle is a stable 8-year-old company that has over $60 million
Hakan was in prison for some of those 8 years.
invested in its infrastructure and technology. And with that marriage
And scam.
is, I believe, the most incredible opportunity that I've
Fucking opportunity. I hate that word.
ever seen, and I think that has ever existed, especially when you're talking about crypto and network marketing.
MLM, baby. Same scam we saw from Ed.
So here is a shot of Miracle and
More
what it
truth.
is. So I'm going to
Piece of
kind of
shit.
take everyone through that a little bit. Actually, Miracle was founded by a man named Hakan Torahan, and he has
Where is Hakan? I haven't seen him in a few months.
over 2.5 decades in banking, and his original dream
He scammed people on ATMs in the UK, so fled to Turkey. Scammed people on ATMs in Turkey, so fled to the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus. Now he's friends with the president of the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus. Yay. There's the history of Hakan.
was to actually own a bank. Then he saw the blockchain, and he saw that that was the missing puzzle to some of the ideas
The missing piece to the puzzle, dumbass.
that he's had in his banking career. And he saw, with the blockchain, I can create something really amazing.
No, so sorry. I can't speak English. I'm sorry, Mike. I'm drinking. I forgot.
So he started this journey by investing over $3 million in over 3 years in building what's called a core banking system, also known
But it's not your own blockchain.
as a switch. And then around that core banking system switch, he built these logical, sensible products. One is called Miracle Pay. Another one is actually physical locations, stores, where people can walk in and transact crypto to cash and cash to crypto. Miracle is now the only company in Europe that has the ability to do that through a license. And that one first store is in the heart of Amsterdam, and it's open today. And if people understood what it takes to actually do that, that right there is 100% proof that Miracle Cash and More is not only a real company, but a company that's pioneering this industry. They also have, additional products like ATM software and also a software for point of sale transactions. And with that, they are now set to actually expand through 27.
And what's funny is you can actually see in the Zoom, you'll see people falling off because we've heard this shit 100 times. You're supposed to, what the purpose of these Zooms are is you bring in new victims and then they sell these new victims on buying from you. And you'll see what they get because you'll see the commission structures in a minute.
Countries in Europe. They're already established in over 7 countries in Europe. And as you see these flags here, you look at Portugal. Portugal is where the whole...
You know what? I gotta pee real quick. So I'll be back.
Holding company is, and there's 22 Miracle companies underneath that holding company in Portugal. There's another big part of the blockchain industry now. It's called decentralized finance. That is finance that is happening without a central company. It is finance that is happening through something called smart contracts. And that's big software platforms that bring people together across the world so that they can actually exchange their cryptocurrency with each other. And one of the divisions that Miracle Cash and More is expanding into is that decentralized finance. And there's billions of dollars being traded on every single day across the world in that division. Another big part of this is that Miracle is about to do a reverse merger with a company called Metaterra. Metaterra is a Nevada-based OTC company that trades on the NASDAQ. That is happening very soon.
How long have we heard about that happening? And you'd be able to take your shares and get them for cash. That's happening very soon for the past 3 years. It's a company that used to sell used auto parts and has the assets of 2 broken down cars in the Dominican Republic. Metaterra.
Here are some of the brands that Miracle is proud to have. You have your Miracle Media, which is the studio that we're in here today, Ray. We have the decentralized finance, which is called Leveler, which will soon be Miracle Swap. You have Bellator, of course. Then you have Phoenix Hera, which we're going to talk about today. And you have Miracle Cash and More and Miracle Estates. So let's start with the first revenue generating
I think that's Hakon's wife, Ebru, the head of Metaterra.
Company or project. So Bellator is representing a product that we know as CPU nodes. CPU
You have no blockchain, you don't have a node.
nodes is powering the transactions that Miracle Cash and More is doing through Web3. So you have your switch, then you have your CPU nodes. Now, Bellator's marketing those nodes.
Both of those need a blockchain, and you're on AVAX. You're not on your own blockchain.
And people are buying those CPU nodes, and once they buy them, they start receiving passive income every single day, and it's scheduled to never end. Now,
just go down forever.
One of the projects is called the Phoenix Hera. That is the world's first crypto casino.
I'm going to disagree there. There's a lot of them online.
Now, crypto casino is not just brick and mortar land-based. It also has a license to be
There are hundreds of online crypto casinos.
Online. That is the first revenue source for the CPU nodes that our customers and partners are acquiring and buying and representing.
Show me one of your partners that's buying it. Has Ingenico bought a node? Love to know if they know about your MLM Ingenico side. Again, they're going to be tagged here, so hopefully they'll find it.
Through Bellator. Now the CPU node, very simple. Someone purchases that node, and then it actually becomes part of the wallet that people have. And then every day there's a disbursement of funds from the fees being charged in the
But if there's no activity in your network, there's no fees.
businesses that Miracle is doing.
You have no activity right now, and you're making fake fees. And you're not making people go in and press a button anymore. So guess what? It fails the Howey test. It's now an investment. The work, if you remember back in the day, people had to go in and press a button every day at a certain time. That was the work they were doing, which they thought got away with the Howey test and made it not investment. Now you don't have to do anything. It just comes passively. It's an investment. It's illegal for Americans to invest in this unless they're accredited investors. And no accredited investor would invest in this shit.
Doing. Now there's an 80-20 split where 80% of those fees goes directly to the owner of the CPU nodes and 20% of those fees goes into our compensation plan. Here are the two sides of the revenue that's coming to the CPU nodes. Now we discussed the online gaming and the brick and
At least they got, remember they were with Visa, then they were with MasterCard. They're just doing fucking Photoshop here.
mortar world's first casino, but also a company called Miracle Pay. Now, when you're in retail places or you're on a website,
Retail places, you mean stores?
either buying a product or subscribing to a service, usually you're paying through the traditional system, Visa, MasterCard, or
Yeah, and that's all the tap to pay shit. If you're doing anything in crypto, you're scanning a QR code.
Apple Pay. Now, what's coming, and it's coming fast, is a way for people to pay for that using crypto. Now, when they do that, they need an infrastructure, they need a system to do that, and Miracle Pay is that system that allows
You mean that thing that you showed working with a MasterCard like 25 minutes ago? Just saying.
retailers, offline and online, to accept crypto. Now, those payments will go through the system of Miracle, and then the switch will convert that crypto if the retailer wants it, and basically send that directly into the bank account of the retailer. Now, because of the infrastructure that Miracle has been building for over 8 years now, it managed to land 4 contracts with the biggest merchant
There's one listing on an app store. I don't know if there's contracts, but go on.
processing technology.
They won't answer any questions about it. You can't advertise it. You can't make a title that says, Miracle Pay and Ingenico together, because that's just not right.
Platforms in the world, Ingenico, Verifone, Pax, and NCR. They together have over 100 million active accounts that Miracle Pay is set to go out and acquire those accounts with a goal of having 5 million customers over the next 5 years.
Oh, they built a bank.
Also part of this Bellator program, we have Miracle Bank. What is Miracle Bank? Miracle Bank is a crypto to fiat online banking solution. And part of that is you can set up your own virtual IBAN, wire
Literally sounds like it's a money laundering scam.
money to yourself, buy crypto, order a preloadable crypto card. So it facilitates the services that are needed for people to maximize their experience in the crypto business. And that happens directly on the Bellator account. And it also is part of the commission structure because all of those activities are fee-based, and those fees are being paid out into the business of Bellator. So we have our CPU node sales, but we also
Revenue from fees of crypto debit card. That's not a crypto debit card. Card fees and CPU node payment overrides. This is this is all a scam. Earn a percent of your team's spending. Oh, we'll get there. 15 levels deep. You know what happens when you get a couple? How many levels? How many pyramid levels does it take to get the population of Earth? 14 levels. Congratulations, Micah. You just did one more than you had to. 14 levels of a pyramid scheme represent the Earth's population. And your shit goes down 15. So more population than the Earth. That's all I'm saying.
have crypto and banking services that are all commissionable, and that is what the Bellator opportunity is providing for people. Now,
so we saw the mini node, the medium node, the large node, and guess what? We got a pro fucking node now. $8,400. We didn't see that one introduced before.
We have, on the CPU side, we have several different CPUs, Ray. We have a half CPU node, we have a full CPU node, and we have a package of 3 CPU nodes, and then we have the big package of 7 CPU nodes. What is the difference? Well, the bigger you go, the more money you make passively every day for indefinite. So
it's just not how this works. Money has to come in to, so yes, you'll make a certain number of coins, but the value of the coins will go down if new money doesn't come in. Fight me on that. If new money doesn't come in, the value of the coins goes down. You might get the same number of coins, but their value goes down.
Even if you haven't, referred anyone to this, Ray, you can actually make passive income without referrals. Now that kind of changes the game, because we talked about, businesses where we were bringing people to, come to meetings and everything, and that usually meant
they're going to talk about their history as MLM scammers. Here you go. Let's look at 2 scumbags talk about their history in MLM. I'm even going to turn off my camera for a minute. Here you go. 2 scumbags talking about MLM. Enjoy.
That they were buying something, and it usually meant that they would have a daily bill, a monthly bill.
Monthly auto ship.
Called auto ship.
Yeah.
Well, here, what's different about this, which makes this business even more perfect, instead of having a monthly bill, you end up having a monthly income, even if you don't bring a single person to Bellator. So we have really an everybody wins business model.
Especially them.
Everybody's happy, everybody gets paid every single day. Here's an example.
Okay, here's their compensation plan with the token values. Good God. Look at this fucking math. Total value, total profit. Projection based on owning a CPU and holding token. Look at these projections.
Example of one of the parts to this that's very attractive. Now, when I mentioned to you earlier, Ray, that I was in crypto very early, and I bought Bitcoin and Ethereum very early. Well, I bought Bitcoin at $450, okay? So you buy one, you put it aside, you don't sell it, and today that $450 of my savings.
You were smart about that, baby. I say with love. If you're smart about that, baby, you wouldn't be scamming people right now. But you're still scamming people, so you need money.
Savings account is worth over $100,000. Well, we have our own coin called Phoenix. Phoenix right now is pennies, okay? Now, part of this is that you earn in Phoenix. So
what the fuck is Ray doing sitting in that corner?
we have a plan, and that part of that plan is to drive the value of Phoenix up by having real-world assets purchase our coin with its profits. Now that has an effect on any coin you have. If you have a business that's continuously buying the coin.
But if your business has no business, then it goes to shit.
The price of that coin has a tendency to increase in value.
It puts a true multiplier behind your investment.
Exactly. Now, having your own currency can do really good things for people. So now, right now, the nodes are paying somewhere around $1 a day. That's an ROI of about a year and a half on buying one. Now,
no, they're paying $1 a day. There's 365 days. That's an ROI of year and 3/4.
What happens is when the currency...
Actually, no, that's only a half node. They're saying the nodes are paying back. That's a full node. No, it's 3 years. 3 or 4 years.
Increases, and you hold on to that currency, and you save that currency. Like, it wouldn't have been a...
Don't sell. Don't sell. They're going to lock it up. They're going to try and give you bonuses for locking it up because it's worthless. The second people sell, if new people aren't buying and people are selling, guess what happens? The Ponzi breaks, Ponzi breaks.
A good thing for me to sell my Bitcoin at $1,000 because I bought it at $450, but I may have been tempted to do that, right? But if you hold on to it for a while and you create a savings account with Phoenix and you don't sell them, if Phoenix goes to $1, then you make over $2,000 with just one node in 2 years. If it goes to $5, you make over $4,500 off of one node in 2 years. So the Phoenix effect multiplies the earnings if you create a
Remember, it can go the other way too. It can drop in value.
savings account with the token that we use for this business. So there's a referral.
Okay, direct commission, 15-level payment plan, team structure, matching bonuses. Again, I want you to remember. I don't want to pull it up on my computer. It would take approximately 14 levels to represent the Earth's population. They had to go one more. They had to go one more.
Program here that I mentioned, and in that you can earn direct commissions. We have a 15-level compensation plan. We also have a 2-team structure. We have matching bonuses, and we have rank advancement bonuses. So let us take you through this and show you kind of how exciting this is. So
if you sell one of those $600 ones, you get $110. You sell one of the $1,200 ones, you get $225. You sell you sell 3 of the. Look, this is correct. This is going up properly, but the price of the nodes should get cheaper. You guys are not very good at Ponzi math.
right here, we could be doing this business with just this, Ray.
Yeah.
With
totally.
just this.
Absolutely.
Because this is exciting. Now,
Ponzi math.
for someone who refers a person who buys half a node, we pay them $110 that day. Someone who refers someone who buys one node, they get paid $225 that day. 3 nodes, $700 that day. And I just got off a phone call with a friend of mine. He just sold a 7 CPU node. He makes $1,715 today because somebody saw this presentation.
And I'm sure they're issuing tax forms and showing how much these people are making and everything like that. I'm 100% sure they're all above line and they're doing this.
And wants to buy that package.
It's called adult money.
It's incredible.
Adult money, baby.
It's an incredible thing because it's instant and it's anywhere in the world. Now the 15
levels. Fucking 15-level pay plan.
level pay plan has a lot of reach. What we're seeing
It has a lot of reach. It has reached more than the population of the world.
here in the future, Ray, is that people are going to start referring their friends. They're going to start referring.
Oh, good God. I don't even have words. I just don't even have words. Again, remember 14, you're at the population of Earth.
Referring their contacts. They're going to refer their friends. They're going to refer their contacts.
We only
We're
have 10 minutes left of
predicting
this shit.
that we will have people with hundreds of thousands of nodes
Not Kathy Keene, because she left you guys.
in this 15-level plan that pays them every single day from where? From the crypto casino, online and offline, from Miracle Pay customers, retailers. We may have United Airlines website because someone referred that.
The fuck, United Airlines website? Where are you making this up? That seems like something United Airlines should sue you for. Let's play that one more time. We may have United Airlines website.
We may have United Airlines website because someone
Go back to your orgies, Micah.
referred that website to us, and you're getting paid every day from that.
The nodes go through. the 15
Exactly.
level.
So when you go to these retailers and they're buying a jacket, they're buying a watch, or they're buying a car, that commission comes in here, and you can have thousands of people here, which is an absolute amazing thing for leverage. We also have check matching bonuses. So for instance, Ray, if I brought you to the company and you made $1,000 today, and I happen to be a leader rank, I will make $150 from you doing that if I own a CPU node. So the company pays us to bring great people to the company.
The Ponzi scheme. He's literally describing a Ponzi scheme.
And you see here the different levels for that. Let's go next. Now, how do you make these?
Oh my God. I'm just going to let them explain this. Essentially, it's so confusing, but you get to different levels in the Ponzi by getting more people in the Ponzi, and you've got to get a certain level of people in the Ponzi, and a certain level of people in Ponzi, a certain level of people in Ponzi.
Ranks, difference maker, simple. Sell 2 nodes. That's a difference maker. And to be a winner, you just need to bring 3 people who become difference maker. That makes you a winner. And to make leader, you need 3 winners on your team. And to make champion, you need 3 leaders on your team. And to make legend, you need 3 champions on your team.
And one of the things I love, we've been in business for less than 60 days. We have over 100 difference makers. Over 100.
Over 100 people have already sold 2 nodes. Yeah.
First 2 months during the holidays, Ray.
During the holidays.
During the
We already have over a
holidays.
dozen winners.
Yes.
They're cranking.
And there's people that have made more than $10,000
And your leader left. Kathy Keene seems to be out of this business.
in the first 60 days during the holidays. So this is the most powerful platform. So there is rank advancements. So when you reach winner, you get a one-time bonus of 500. You reach leader, you get a one-time bonus of 2,500. Champion, one-time bonus of 10,000. Legend, one-time bonus of 50,000. And I predict that we will have a legend inside the first 12 months.
Uh-oh, there's a pyramid. God damn it.
All right, so here is what we referred to before as the team structure. That is the two-team, also known as binary. And when I explain to everyone here, the difference maker, you can make up to $100 per day. Winner, you can make up to $200 per day from this team structure. Leader, $1,000 per day, or 30.
These are intentionally confusing because no one ever does it.
Champion, $5,000 a day, or $150,000 a month. Legend, $25,000 per day, or $750,000 per month. Now, 2-team structure, A and B. When you refer the third one, they either fall in on the C position or the F position, which means that people can share their teams together. So it makes it a little bit easier to make the money. And you can make up to 20% on every sale that happens on either team. So that is a very powerful program because that has no bottom. I can have 100 levels
Ingenico, I'm sure you love this right now.
deep. Someone makes a sale, I make $80 off that sale. It's incredible.
True leverage.
So, last but not least,
God, you gotta have a leader to a cult, and Micah's not a good enough leader, so they hire one. He does this thing called View from the Edge. His name is something Aceta, Mark Aceta, and yeah. He's just a motivational speaker. He's like a Grant Cardone or something like that. But they got him on the payroll. They've paid him a couple $1 million already. That's all I'm saying.
we're very passionate about this. Actually, me and Ray, we started by building a community. And the community effect
They love fucking community. They love the word community. And they love the word opportunity.
of this really is felt at our events. The events are designed to build people's life better. The events are designed so that when people go to these events, they make life-changing decisions
I do already have that event on my calendar. I plan to go check out at least the outside of it.
at the event.
And not only that, but life-changing information. Look at the guest speakers we had on our last event as far as health-wise. I mean, just on that. But we have, what we're proud of is we have one of the top trainers in the entire world that's only contracted to do something called edutainment. He educates while he entertains you, and it's called The View from the Edge, and we're doing it in late September in New Orleans, Louisiana, and it's going to be, you know, unfortunately, it's a big theater. It's like, you know, from 1910, it got refurbished. We only have, it's a theater, so we can't add seats like a conference center. It's 1,400 seats, and we're on our way to sell out already. Get your tickets. We'll have ticket information as we go.
This seems to be the Orpheum, Charles Theater, New Orleans. Yeah. The Orpheum Theater from 1910 is where they're doing it. New Orleans seats. 1,800 seats, yep.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, we've both been to that. I've made life-changing decisions. My life has changed over one weekend, and it's a powerful, powerful presentation that has people laughing, crying, cheering, know,
the
and
fun that
coming
we
out of
have
there
together.
and the fun.
Yeah.
So that is what the
sad to
community is. You know, when people are seeing us here being streamed across the world, that's one thing. But to be face to face with our community, it's an amazing thing. It's a family. You know, to wrap this up, when the financial system is changing, there's some really special about that, because cryptocurrency, the people who are involved in that, they see that it's a more fair payment system. It's decentralizing the world of money, and it's taking the power away from the few and giving it to the many.
Yeah.
So not only are we here to offer a business opportunity, Ray, but we're here to actually offer to be part of something that can do something really, really good for the world. And I think our company, with Miracle, has that power to change the world into a place that's more fair, to kind of sort of take the lid off of prosperity and have prosperity be more accessible in every corners of the world. You know, we have people in Africa, we have people in South America, we have partners in Europe, we have partners in the United States, we have partners in Asia.
I love the word partner. Just means someone they're working with.
Partners all over the world.
He loves partners all over the world for his orgies.
And this community is growing and it's becoming a force.
Mike is probably wondering how I know about his orgies. One of the people that were at your orgies contacted me.
Force to reckon with.
And one of the biggest things I love is that when somebody looks at us, you don't have to be an expert at crypto. You just have to know, hey,
none of you guys are experts in crypto.
Crypto's here to stay. I'm with an 8-year-old company. Every time somebody
Khan was in jail for a while.
Spends money on a merchant terminal or their casino, I make money. That's all I need to know. I don't need to know the ins and outs of
yes,
things.
Exactly.
You know,
Fuck that. We don't even know what's going on.
I mean, it puts true leverage in your life, freedom in your life, and to hook up with the.
And how do we end every MLM opportunity? You'll see. The standard ending's coming up in a minute.
With an 8-year-old solid company that's about to go public.
It's about to go public.
And you have a ground floor financial opportunity attached
I'm going to get rich shorting this company if anybody ever invests in it.
to that. I've never seen those two cross, because normally when you see a strong company, the ground floor opportunity is over. When you see a ground floor opportunity, normally you have a ground floor company.
You do.
That you're praying and crossing your fingers it's going to last more than 6 months. Here you have both. I've never seen it before.
Yeah, and they have the benefit of having a company that's been vetted by a government. To get the license that we hold in Netherlands, you have to be vetted by the government for security, background check, banking relationships, anti-money laundering. All of that is the most thorough vetting that you can imagine that no one can actually do on their own, but that's been done for everyone so they can feel secure that Miracle is real. So again, everyone, thank you for
where are we going? You got to get back to the person that brought you here, don't you?
attending. Make sure that you reach out to the person that referred you to this presentation and let them know what you like best about it. Get your questions answered. Register with our website for free because you can do Miracle Banking there. You can actually get involved in any way that you see fit. But this is a home for you, and this can change your life, your family life, your friend's life. So we thank you for coming today, and we'll see you again. We're here 4 times a day. So
4 times a day because they can't get people. It's dying. And the more they have to promote this, the more you know that the Ponzi's done.
come back and see us again. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
AI Bellator.
Thank you for attending today's presentation. We're so excited to have shared this opportunity with you. Now, here's your next step. Get back to the person who invited you. They'll provide you with their referral link so you can register for free with Bellator and start earning right away. We're here to support you every step of the way, so don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you again for being with us today. We can't wait to see you again and welcome you to the Bellator family.
Bellator is more than a company. It's a promise to deliver real value through
Your journey starts now.
Bellator.
All right. We want to thank everybody who attended tonight. Remember, tomorrow is the deadline to take advantage.
that. It's going to be extended. Tomorrow is today. I'm shooting this early in the morning. They're saying the deadline is April 23rd. I promise you. It's going to be extended.
Advantage of the special promotion we have where you buy you get 3 for every 1 node that you buy. Unbelievable, incredible, best promotion we have ever had. So if you want to take advantage of that, make
Keep
sure you
screwing over
get that
people. The best
done.
promotion you ever
Get
had.
back with the person who invited you. And as always, remember, the best is yet to come. To God be the glory. Have a great night, everybody. We'll talk to you again real soon.
All right. So I'm exhausted. I'm a little drunk. I just had 2 beers, but yeah, you heard that whole pitch. You heard that whole scam. I'm posting this as the May 2025 pitch, but a lot of that stuff that Micah did was shot in January, February, in the studio, and they're dying right now. They're doing this a couple times a day. They're trying to get people because a Ponzi collapses when new money stops coming in, and new money stopped coming in. They don't have these deals. They're just in the app stores of these people, and they don't even have a working product because the demo he showed was a MasterCard. So Richard from No Pants Profits. If anybody wants to refute anything I say here, comments are open. I'm willing to have you on a video. I'll do a Zoom with you if you want to say this is all real. Go ahead, but until you do that, I'm going to title everything Miracle, Cash, and Ingenico, and Ed Terranova's going to get super famous because he's an interesting one. This is Richard from No Pants Profits saying Miracle Cash and Ingenico. This is their newest scam, late April 2025, early May 2025. And it's just going to keep going, but it's slowing because they're struggling. And when you wear no pants, the only thing you got left to lose is your shirt. Have a great one. Bye!